Marathon cooking here. We're making a road video. Pot, lots of garlic, olive oil. Went to Walmart because I'm visiting my family. I bought this. Great deal. We've got baby kale, spinach, chard, and beet tops. And then we've got a bottle of, or a box rather, of baby kale over here, also from Walmart. Both of these are very inexpensive, organic. It's what's available, but it's also a high quality product. We've got some kale from the local farmers market. This is adult kale. Here's the deal. Boil some water. Find some potatoes. Start sauteing your garlic. When your garlic starts to turn brown, you're going to throw in your adult kale. You're going to cook that really well. The stems on that are going to take longer. There are some really fibrous bits. Make sure they're cooked well. While that's going on, as soon as your water starts boiling and it's well salted, throw in a whole lot of potatoes, whatever you've got. These are just some we picked up locally. Super cheap, super easy. Boil them in there till they're done. Then, once your oil is cooked, everything, we've got our kale, we've got our chard tops, we've got our adult kale, everything's cooked in there. Turn it off. When your potatoes are done, drain them, throw them in with everything, and then mix in some Dijon mustard, and you've got a meal. We'll come check back in later on, and you're going to find out everything is quite easy. Okay, I just want to show you what a Le Creuset French oven filled with kale looks like, so you get an idea of how much it's going to cook down. I took the oil and the garlic off the heat, added all the kale. This gives you an idea, and then we'll check back in later so you can see how much this is going to reduce. So when I say I'm going to take 2 boxes of kale and VitaBlend from Walmart plus the kale from the farmer's market, and you're thinking, wow, that sounds like way too much, you're going to see that in fact it's not. So here you go. I made sure after I took it off the heat to get everything oiled up and salted. The reason why actually I took it off the heat is because I forgot to cut the kale, so I just tore it up and threw it in. But the key is, because time is, a minute here, a minute there is not going to kill your meal, you can always take it off the heat and slow the cooking process down. Take your time to chop something if you forgot, etc. Just turn the heat off and move the pan over. That's all you have to do. Here we are just a few minutes later. I've done almost nothing except add a little bit of water from my potatoes to this pot. It's going to help it steam a little bit, which is going to reduce the amount of oil I need to use to cook all of my kale. Again, I'm doing almost nothing now except for stirring occasionally because I'm doing a few different things in the kitchen. So I have the temperature lower than I normally would. I just make sure to throw a little bit of salt on my kale. As you progress in your cooking, you'll know how much salt you like. I like probably more than most, particularly with dark greens, and particularly because if you're doing a lot of running, you're going to need the salt intake in your diet. Here we are just a few minutes later. I squeezed a lemon into here. I just made sure not to put the seeds in by using a strainer, but there's lemon in there, a little bit of the potato water, olive oil, garlic, and that's my adult kale. I'm then going to be throwing in my 2 boxes of greens into this mix, stirring it up, taking it off the heat, and as soon as my potatoes are done, I'm going to mix the whole thing up and add just a little bit of Dijon mustard, which is going to really make the flavors of the potatoes stand out nicely. Here we are with 2 boxes of greens. Again, we're filled to the top, and this is a really incredible blend you can get from Walmart called VitaBlend. It's organic. You have some really vibrant greens in here. Going to be just packed with nutrients. Again, organic, cheap. Walmart really upping the game here. And this is going to cook down in just a minute or 2. These greens, because they don't have a lot of stem to them, take a lot less time and are a lot more tender. So don't cook them too long. Here is the finished product. It's not the most beautiful dish in the world. Make sure you bash those potatoes, let them absorb all the juices. That's exactly what you want. It's going to be super nutritious, super easy, super cheap. Again, we got most of the stuff here from Walmart and a few things from our local farmers market. Fantastic, easy to make, super high carbohydrate, tons of nutrients.